Do you want to know the differences between bipolar 1 and bipolar 2? Hi, I'm Jeffrey. I'm a licensed therapist and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will go over the main differences between bipolar 1 and bipolar 2 disorder. Disclaimer, please don't use this video to diagnose yourself or someone you know. Please consult with a licensed clinician for a full evaluation. There are three main types of bipolar disorders: bipolar 1, bipolar 2, and cyclothymia. In this video, I will simply go over the differences between bipolar 1 and bipolar 2 disorder. I will be referencing the DSM-5 throughout the video. The DSM-5 is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual for Mental Disorders by the American Psychiatric Association. Let's get into it. First, I want to be clear. I'm not going to go over the entire criteria of bipolar 1 and bipolar 2 disorder. I'm simply going to emphasize the differences between bipolar 1 and bipolar 2. Let's talk about the first key difference: intensity. For someone to be diagnosed with bipolar 1 disorder, they must experience a manic episode that lasts for at least 1 week and/or results in hospitalization or incarceration. During a manic episode, a person may feel invincible and engage in reckless and impulsive behavior. A person that goes through a manic episode typically has a very hard time sleeping. It's worth noting that the mania needs to be goal-directed. For example, a person may stay up all night cleaning their house. They may start 4 different businesses. I should emphasize that this behavior is atypical from their normal behavior. Bipolar 2 is less severe than bipolar 1. What I mean by that is, for someone with bipolar 2, instead of experiencing a manic episode, they may experience a hypomanic episode. A hypomanic episode has very similar symptoms and criteria to a manic episode. The major difference there is that the mania is less intense. So the first key difference for bipolar 1 and bipolar 2 disorder is that the mania in bipolar 2 disorder is less intense than the mania in bipolar 1 disorder. This brings us to the second key difference. In bipolar 2, hypomanic episodes must last for at least 4 days, but less than 7 days. This is different than bipolar 1 disorder, where you need the mania to last for at least a week or end up in hospitalization or incarceration. Now let's dive into the third and final major difference. In order to be diagnosed with bipolar 2 disorder, you must have experienced a major depressive episode. I won't go over the full criteria for a major depressive episode, but I just want you to know that for bipolar 2 to be diagnosed, a person must have gone through a major depressive episode at some point in their lives. This is different than in bipolar 1 disorder, where you do not need to have had a major depressive episode in order to be diagnosed. Meaning, a major depressive episode is a prerequisite for bipolar 2 disorder, but it is not a prerequisite for bipolar 1 disorder. So in summary, here are the differences. For bipolar 1 disorder, you need a manic episode that lasts for at least 1 week or results in hospitalization or incarceration. For bipolar 1 disorder, you do not need a major depressive episode. For bipolar 2 disorder, you need a hypomanic episode that lasts between 4 and 7 days. For bipolar 2, you must have not had a manic episode that lasted for a week or ended up in hospitalization or incarceration. For bipolar 2, you must have had a major depressive episode at some point in your life. Lastly, the intensity of the symptoms are less severe in bipolar 2 than they are in bipolar 1. Those are the main differences between bipolar 1 and bipolar 2 disorder. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And for more content like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and see you in the next one.